I was asked to do a little blog on how to do an inlay, a simple inlay. These are some of the things you're going to need. This is an inlay kit you can get at Harbor Freight. All right, and it'll fit on your router like that. And it's two parts. One's to cut the heart out for the outside part of the heart. And the other one, when you put this bushing on, is to cut the recess in the piece that you want to fit the cutout into. All right, I use this CA glue. All right, I put a couple of drops on this part that I'm going to cut out, and I use accelerator on this part, and I spray it on, and then when I set that on, I have to set it on exactly where I want it. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Once that sets in and you put that on there, the glue will adhere. Each piece of tape will adhere to itself, and it'll be easy to peel off after, and you won't be messing up your wood and pulling up the grain with the double-face tape method. So anyway, that's pretty much basically how it goes. I'll put a few more pictures in with this video so you can see the results. So anyway, that's how this thing works. Okay, when you set your router and the template, you want to make sure when you do your cut, you keep that bushing, this bushing here, up against the edge of this heart all the way around. When you get to this point, you want to roll the router a little bit so you're not pushing on it. Because if you come into the heart at all and you're not on that edge, you're going to end up having a divot, and the edge of the heart is going to have a space in it when you set it in the recess. So be very careful as you lower your bit each time and go around to make that cut, and you drop that bit down just like a 1/16 of an inch, maybe a little bit more than that, depending upon your wood. If it's hardwood, you want to go shallow, a little bit at a time with that depth. Otherwise, you're going to burn your bit. A thick piece of walnut, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut pretty much all the way through it, and then I'm going to kind of like cut slices through my bandsaw to make like bread size cuts, like if you're slicing bread, and that way I'll have duplicates that I can put on this box I'm building. And so far, that's the depth I've got it. I've got to go quite a bit more. I'm setting my bandsaw up to cut slices out of this, so I have maybe 4 hearts for each side of the box. I put a little piece of packing tape on that so it doesn't move when I put it through. I'm going to put it through here, through the bandsaw. So we'll see how that works out. One heart cut out. Now that heart will go in to a recess that I make in this box side. This is actually a tissue box. It's going to be surrounding this tissue box. There's going to be an enclosure for that. My tape on, and make another slice cut. Okay, last one. This is the pattern upside down. What I did is I wanted to get these all done and have the heart centered in the middle. And instead of fooling around lining everything up, I made this little jig out of the actual pattern itself, and I just glued on these wings here and cut a 45 to fit this side of the box, and then there's a stop up here to stop it, and this lines it up exactly in the middle, so the heart comes out right in the middle like that. So now that I got that pushed up against the stop, I just tape this so it don't move, and then everything is nice and tight. Then I just flip this thing over like this, and then I just take my clamps and clamp it so it doesn't move. Sorry about that. Now I can route it and do my recess for the heart. All right, and there's a better view of it. Okay, I got my recess all cut out. And it looks like that heart's gonna fit in there. Whoop, perfect. You don't want to push it in too deep. You might not be able to get it out. So now we can glue it up. You got some glue on there. I already made sure it lined up good. Otherwise, you'd have to like file it down a little bit on the edges to taper it so it fits in. But this fit in perfect. Okay, ready for a little clamping.